Hey everybody, welcome back. Northernlion's playing The Binding of Isaac. Surprise, fucking prize. You can really accent surprise, fucking prize, surprise, fucking. No, that one doesn't really work. That's more of like a sport that I would like to get involved with. Sorry, I'm just taking some time to readjust my volume levels to give you the greatest possible Binding of Isaac auditory experience. You may not have noticed a difference, but I did. In any case, not to say that my ears are more finely tuned. In fact, I am probably going to go deaf in my later life because I'm just listening to, Canadian rock superstar Justin Bieber a little bit too loudly, through my Beats by Dre headphones while wearing Hot Topic clothes. I'm just trying to get the maximum level troll here that I possibly can. We won our last two runs. I remember that because I'm trying to, recreate the birth of the streak. We're playing as Maggie here on our random run, our designated random run, and I know that people, they don't dislike Isaac runs, they dislike the D6. Sometimes, and some people don't dislike the D6. So I think you'll be happy that I am playing as Maggie here with the Yum Heart, a little bit more of an impotent spacebar item, if you will. Impotent's become a little bit, it's one of my words of the month, I would say. I'm part of the Word of the Month Club, and this month's sponsor is Cialis and Extends, and I think that's why that word has kind of fucked its way into my vocabulary. So in any case, let us move on. It doesn't look like we really have anything else we can do on this floor. Truth be told, we start with an extra HP, so getting a Tears upgrade in Harlequin Baby is an okay first floor as Maggie. Obviously, first floor usually a little bit less substantial than the second floor, which is where we're going to start encountering things like deals with the devil, theoretically. Pretty unlikely that we'll get an arcade on this floor, just due to our money situation. I loved the D6 because it really probably increases my chances of winning a run drastically, but it's also nice to not have the D6 because it relieves some of that, constant pressure to be like, okay, which room am I going to go back into at which time now? And a lot of people have suggested, bringing back universal item pool runs. That's something that just kind of fell off my radar, but the problem with those, and it's not a problem really, because it's not a problem for me at least, is that I was basically winning every single universal item pool run that I did, bar a couple of catastrophes, just because, the ability to get Deal with the Devil rooms for free or Deal with the Angel rooms for free out of, a golden chest, was causing some imbalance, shall we say. The runs were still really fun, and it constantly provided, new, interesting kind of, thought experiments and challenges, because you'd be like, okay, what room do I value more? It constantly keeps you on your toes in Isaac, if you will. But I do think those runs were a little bit too easy. So my jury is still out, and by that I mean me, on whether or not we'll use that in the future. But for now, Common Cold, pretty good pickup. Actually, not a pretty good pickup, a very good pickup, especially from an item room to snag a Deal with the Devil room. Myriad benefits for that, but mostly Common Cold is just a totally good item in and of itself. The poison damage is very welcome. The faster our rate of fire is, or the better our rate of fire is, obviously the better this will be for us as well. And the damage over time, nothing to sneeze at. A little bit of a detriment on the late game boss fights, I suppose, but generally the DOT compensates for the damage that I'll take over time as a result of it as well. Speed upgrade is not what I wanted. Did want to snag some HP at some point here, but our boss room has the ability to fly or the mark. We can't take both, so we will end up taking only the ability to fly. And we could maybe play the fortune teller a little bit. I don't think it's necessarily that important. With the Yum Heart, we can insulate ourselves from kind of our health concerns that we face right now, and in general, there might be some dissent about whether the Mark or Spirit of the Night is better. There may or may not be, actually. I don't know. But I definitely think Spirit of the Night is better and, better defensively. And the Mark is not really my favorite offensive item. Obviously, ooh, I thought maybe that would be Second Secret Room. Obviously, what some of my favorite offensive Deal with the Devil items are. And our third floor without HP continues here. But even if that was the PACT, I probably still would have gone with Spirit of the Night, but I would have been a little bit more convinced, I think. I would have been a little bit, I would have given it a little bit more thought, shall we say, about whether I take Spirit of the Night or the PACT, because the PACT is a little bit better of an offensive item, I would say. And recent polls that I saw on the Binding of Isaac subreddit seemed, oh, that was such bad damage, seemed to corroborate that, so, I think that maybe, for once, or at least, rarely, that doesn't really make any sense, but I might be in the right there. So, we got Cube of Meat, again, third floor without HP. We knew this was going to happen, but that's okay as long as we can keep our Spirit Hearts, keep our Yum Heart charging as fast as possible. That money theoretically makes the shop more viable here, more plausible to actually be able to go to it and get something in return. Almost took some really terrible damage there, but we're fine. And just sneak a couple more shots in here, and we're good. Remember that we can guarantee ourselves no greed in this shop. So it's probably a better choice than the item room. We'll see, though. Ruka, it's okay, buddy. Ooh, that Eternal Heart is actually amazing. It's probably a better choice than our item room, provided we can get to 15 cents. It might be a better choice even if we can't, but there's no way to know that without using our key in the first place, so it's a little risky, but it looks like that might not be something we need to worry about anyway, because we're going to be at, actually, we're going to be at 15 cents after this room, so we'll probably just go to the shop right away. The only reason I'm not going into it yet is just in case maybe the secret room's, you know, aligned in such a way that we could maybe use bombs instead of keys to get into one of the rooms, but it doesn't appear that that's going to be too fucking likely here. This could also be another key in this chest, which would be nice. It's not, but it's a bomb. And up here we have this room. Okay, interesting. So, we're going to go to our shop. We'll probably look for our secret room as well. There's 3 possible locations. We have 3 bombs. Hey, we found it on the first one. 3 likely locations, I should say, because possible definitely sends the wrong message, I would say. So, should be interesting to see what we find in here. It's the compass. Yes, we could have purchased a key, and in getting that key, gone to the item room, and maybe bought the pill as well, but the compass is good enough that it makes me forget about the item room. Before we pick up this Eternal Heart, I am going to check out our curse room as well. Getting back to 3 health is going to be nice. I mean, we were never effectively at 3 health, but getting to 3 health is going to be nice. And that'll do it for this floor. So we got compass, cube of meat, and an Eternal Heart. So an HP upgrade. Decent floor. Not gonna, you know, set any land speed records for the rate at which we beat the game, but it's worthwhile regardless. So I say we head down to the next floor, and at 3 red hearts, feeling a little bit safer than we have been in the past. Let's check out our mob trap room. More keys is really what we want here, and this is actually gonna be an interesting moment to see what that pill in our previous shop would have been. I'm gonna take it right now. Balls of Steel. So I'm glad we didn't buy it on the last floor, but it's nice to know that it is in the rotation. This is a pill that could benefit us a great deal later on in the game. I used to think that it was maybe one of the best pills in the game. I guess it still is one of the best pills in the game, but if I had to rank them, it would be like, okay, well, number 1 is either full health or health upgrade, depending on what point you're at in the game. If you're late in the game, full health seems like a super important pill, way more important than getting just a single health upgrade. But those two, you know, flip-flop in the top spot, which sounds like a great, you know, rhyme from a rap. And because I was so cumbersome in describing that, you know that I have no flow. In any case, Tears Upgrade is definitely, like, you know, almost tied with them, but it's a little bit less situational, and I do value Tears a little bit less than health overall, so I think that's why I fall where I fall on that one. And then I guess, I don't even know what comes after that. A lot of them after that are situational. Bombs are key, can be very good, can be terrible. You know, a speed upgrade can save your run, or it could put you in a dire strait, or it could not be worth anything at all. It could, like, barely change your run in general. Range upgrades I consider basically worthless. Balls of Steel, I guess, is just like 1 step under Tears upgrades, if I had to say. Well, we're getting a little bit more money here again. It's the benefit of having the ability to fly, or one of the many benefits of having the ability to fly is increased consumable generation. Well, not generation, but increased kind of consumable, like, harvesting rate. Chocolate milk is, well, what's the tagline? The best item I don't pick up? It's more annoying than it is good, let's put it that way. So I almost picked it up there by accident, but I'm gonna skip it, especially with our rate of fire being above average. I think I'm content to handle this situation like this. We will take that pill, but I'm not gonna take it yet because I don't want it to be a health downgrade and possibly ruin my fucking life. So we're gonna come in here, take no red heart damage. Oh, I got a little cat fur in my nose. Stop firing. Oh, that's real itchy. Yeah, take 0 red heart damage in here. Good chance to deal with the devil. Snag an offensive item, ideally, and of course I'm really hoping that we end up picking up an HP upgrade from this boss fight. Because our damage and tears are fine for now, but it would be nice to have more HP to really leverage those into more damage and tears. I know that sounds counterintuitive, by way of picking up, you know, Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Mark, Pact. I really doubt the mark is, or sorry, I really doubt the mark is going to show up, but we'll see. I can't believe that none of those shots actually hit there. That was crazy. We did get HP deal with the devil, pretty much what I asked for. Lump of coal would also be nice. We got Brimstone and the Pact. You know what? We'll take the Pact. Brimstone, very, very good, don't get me wrong. You know I love it. But I used it a lot on the streak, so why don't we just not use it right now? Let's see what this is. I'm really glad that that was not a health upgrade, because I would have felt bad. Why? Because health upgrade would have allowed me to take Brimstone as well, and I might have been okay with that. So we're going to lose half a Spirit Heart to come in here. I think it's worth it. It's not worth it now that I know what we got on this room, but I think it's worth it in concept at the very least. So the Pact is basically just increased stats for us, particularly in offensive categories, which is lovely. Mini boss down here really interests me. Obviously, I'm hoping that it's Gluttony, because we are back down to 2 HP. The money zone for me, that is a range downgrade as we now know. Shop could become viable. I don't think Greed can just appear randomly as a mini boss in a room like this. Obviously, as you get down to the chest in the cathedral, you can have, you know, Greed rooms. But I think this has to be a different boss, and it's Pride. So we're probably looking at not a great payout here, but we'll at least see what we can get. Pride's pretty easy, as long as we don't get caught, and that tarot card could be very useful. Strength, and the missing page is not very good, but the tarot card is fairly good. This is the range downgrade. Okay, just making sure. Don't want to make a terrible mistake. I apologize if you hear me like constantly sounding like I'm playing with my nose. This is like shedding season. There's so much cat fur in my nose. I gotta pick it like an 8th grade Dinkelberg or something like that. That sentence makes no sense, and if you laughed, you should feel bad. I'm gonna use the key to open this golden chest. I slightly regret that decision. But, you know, put yourself in my shoes. What am I looking for? Upgrades, items, and money to make the shop worthwhile. Those plus keys are some of the most common upgrades that you get from golden chests. So, I figured that at this point we'd take a little bit of a risk. Obviously, it's not risk-free, but didn't work out as well as I would like. It looks like the shop probably not going to be in the cards for us on this floor, which is unfortunate because that means we got HP upgrade, the Pact, and nothing else on this floor. A strength card, because you know, chocolate milk in our item room is something that I'm not going to take, and I'm just not going to go to the shop with 9 cents, even with an extra key. Unless we find our secret room and it has a decent amount of money in it. That was bad luck. Let's try this one. Maybe we'll get lucky. Wow, okay. I don't even know where to look for the secret room now, so I guess we will just leave. And leaving the caves part 2 in the state that I'm in, I feel a little weaker than I should be, but we have invested heavily to get ourselves to this point. So that's kind of discouraging. It looks like we will indeed have a greed fight on our secret room here. And even though that's good news, I am still going to go through with the fight, even though I know the greed's there, because I want the money. It's super greed even, but I still want the money, even if we end up taking damage as a result. I think it's worth it to snag that delicious cashish. I hate myself for calling it that. I'm really pissed off about that range downgrade that we got earlier. Maybe that was like complete comeuppance for me calling range upgrades like a worthless pill. Because now I'm like, well, could really use a range upgrade pill to at least make me shoot like a halfway across the map instead of like the number 1 level 1/3 we're doing right now. We lost the Spirit Heart. That sucks, but we got a quarter. And it's very important that this shop didn't have greed in it, because we are unfortunately in a position where there's only 1 shop remaining for the rest of the game. I need all 3 of these keys for now, but we'll open golden chests a little later in all likelihood. We have map and compass. That's really good. I think we'll buy the Spirit Heart as well. And then we're going to open this golden chest. Absolutely. And now we can see absolutely everything. We don't want to come down here just yet. Golden chest gave us a penny and a bomb for the cost of a key. Not very good, but that's okay. And do I want to go to this boss trap? Ooh, yes. Yes, I do. Let's start by doing this, though. What do you got for me? 2 of diamonds. We're going to pop that right away. Could get better value for it later, but I'd rather have the strength card for now. And Guppy's Paw has showed up, and that raises a very, very interesting question for us in the future, which is, do we want to roll with Yum Heart, which is, you know, it does what it does and it's guaranteed, or Guppy's Paw, which could theoretically, you know, be FADC'd into some kind of awesome, like, amazing play for us later. It's a good question that I don't know the answer to just yet. But what I do know is I'm going to take damage here. Why did I not heal, by the way? Because Demon Judgment paid out way sooner than expected. And I did want to open that. I'm not necessarily thrilled with the payout, but because I wanted to go to the boss trap room and Demon Judgment paid out way sooner than expected. Normally, would not be thrilled about this, you know, getting a range upgrade in the boss trap room. And I'm still not thrilled, you know, squeezy, meat, many other upgrades would have been better for me here. That being said, at least now our range has returned to normal, or perhaps even above normal levels, because I can never remember whether range downgrades, or like stat upgrades in general and downgrades, I can never remember if they're proportionally the same, or if, you know, a stat downgrade is worth less or more than a stat upgrade. You know what I mean, presumably. So, we're very low on health. It's a scary situation to be in. But we do have 2 item rooms coming up in very quick succession here. And we got some more bombs there. We're doing fine on keys. I guess I will take Goat Hoof instead. Makes us a little bit faster, and it's very much only temporary. Ah, bad dodging. I'm taking some seriously poor damage here. There we go. Let's stay cool here. Health is not my strong suit. Mr. Mega's good. The best of the bomb upgrades, in my opinion. Is it going to be what we need to save this run? Does the run need saving? I don't know. Rainbow Baby is also okay. So I'd say we picked up 2 alright items right there. Now what do we do? I say we go hard as hell on every remaining room on this floor. Golden chests, curse rooms, you know, obviously we can see all the special rooms and we've already been to them. But anything else that we can possibly, you know, leverage for advantages, we should take it. It's the depths, not Necropolis, so we don't have to be too afraid of the game. We're going to lose half a Spirit Heart for this, but we got 2 pills, one of which is a question mark, and the other one is a question mark. One of them is Bad Trip, very scary. The other one is Bombs or Key, which is probably pretty good. But, you know, this whole Mr. Mega thing is creating a weird issue for us. So, we still have this whole Guppy's Paw thing going on here. The other reason I want to clear out the floor is so that I decide whether we roll with Guppy's Paw or the Yum Heart. And it's almost guaranteed, I would say, that we'll end up going with Guppy's Paw at some point. The only question is when, and the reason I'm going through the first part of this floor, or the remaining part of this floor, I should say, is so that I can, you know, maybe get as much HP as possible, but also get, you know, keep Yum Heart for this part of the game, so that if I get in trouble, I can be okay still. Hopefully you understand what I'm getting at by that. I think by way of that strength card, we probably can't abuse that to get 3 extra Spirit Hearts by way of Guppy's Paw. But I'd like to try, because if that actually does work, that's a neat little tactic that, you know, only works in some very unique kind of circumstances, but would still be cool. I hate this room. We got a little lucky and then a little unlucky. This is why we're keeping Guppy's, the Yum Heart around for now, though. We're a glass cannon, and it's the worst kind of glass cannon, because we're made out of fucking, like, the worst kind of glass, and we don't really have a high-caliber barrel attached to our gun. Like, the analogy, it's not perfect, but you get what I mean. We're not doing very much damage, and we have a even below average for glass cannon style amount of health, so it's a little scary. That being said, we've got, you know, well, we can do the math pretty easily here. Looks like that's going to be 12 rooms remaining, unless I'm making some kind of terrible mistake. And this is where the money starts. The money train begins, hopefully. Golden chests out the ass. If only we had Guppy's tail. We don't, but there's a Spirit Heart. Probably should have waited on that for a little while. But I doubt that that's going to be a cataclysmic mistake on our part. So, we'll just keep doing some exploration here. The money is obviously totally worthless unless we get money equals power or come across all of the judgments ever. Oh, yeah, that's bad damage. Would have been smart to not take that Spirit Heart now that it's completely gone, but so be it. What's done is done. Left hand, it does beat the Goat Hoof. We can get lucky, get some more Guppy items in red chests prior to the end of this floor. We have to get very, very lucky, I'd say, to make that happen, but even 1 or 2 Guppy items, even 1 more Guppy item could really change us around here. And really, this run is highlighting an interesting question that I'd like to know people's opinions on. Once you get to the late game, would you rather have 6 Spirit Hearts or 2 Red Heart containers? Assuming that you don't have the ability to create your own Spirit Hearts. That's kind of the question I'm struggling with in my mind right now. My gut tells me 6 Spirit Hearts, though. So that's what we're gonna roll with. I think the permanent Polaroid invincibility and the higher absolute amount of health is what swings me in that direction. And it might not even be as much of a contest as I had originally thought. We have another bombs or key pill, and that raises another interesting question, which is, do I want a surplus of bombs or a surplus of keys when I have, like, Mr. Mega and only 3 bombs right now? I don't know. It's interesting. We're probably not gonna need 14 keys, But we're probably... Ooh, High Priestess. We'll take that instead. But we're probably going to need more than 3. So, it's a weirdly, like, difficult choice, I'd say, right now. We're doing fine on this part of the floor. The more bombs we get, the easier this decision to just kind of, like, keep our consumables as they are goes, I'd say. High Priestess is a card we'll save as long as possible, even though it's not, like, a full health type deal. It's still nice. It is nice to know that there is a bad trip pill in our rotation, and maybe that influences me to go with the red hearts a little bit more than the spirit hearts, but I don't know if that's enough, especially since we don't have one, you know, in tow right now. It's a weirdly, you know, puzzle boxy type run here. I like it. I like when this happens, but it does put us in some, you know, uncomfortable positions sometimes. Okay, so we have a strength card again. Well, I didn't really pay out the way I thought it would. I kind of want to try something here. Let's just pop the strength card. And then use Guppy's Paw once. And then do we still have 2 red hearts when we go to the next room? Ah, no, they're too smart for me. So we do want to take like a High Priestess or a strength card with us. And Guppy's Paw is what I'm going to be using. So get used to it, basically. High Priestess card, yeah. I think that allows us the best chance possible. Even if the Yum Heart... I mean, here's the thing. If we go with all the Spirit Hearts, the Yum Heart would be useless anyway. So we don't really have even that much pressure to use Guppy's Paw before it's at peak usefulness. So we could still snag 3 HP upgrades, and that would give us another 9 Spirit Hearts, you know, minus whatever I lose on the way to the bosses on the next couple of floors. But HP at this point becomes drastically more useful than it already is. But we'll see, and Spirit Hearts dropping randomly is a huge boost to my overall chances as well. I think we still might pull this out, and I think Guppy's Paw might be the item that makes it, that has the biggest impact on our success. But it's certainly not an automatic run at this point. We've gotten some decent items, but our boss room's not paying out with the high frequency of HP upgrades has really put us in a little bit more of a dire strait than I'd like to be in right now. That being said, we're going to start with a low-key fight. Not a low-key fight, it's actually quite an important one, but a fight against Living La Vida Loki down here. It's going very well so far. Crushing those bombs as soon as possible is helping me out. Gary Vaynerchuk style, and we got an HP upgrade, which is basically what I wanted. We might not take these HP upgrades to town with Guppy's Paw. Oh, come on. To town with Guppy's Paw right away. And I say that because maybe we can snag a deal with the devil on the next floor. Obviously, the precedent is there. And giving up 2 HP upgrades for a Mom's Knife would obviously drastically improve my chances for success. So, we're doing very well in the Mom fight. It's just regular Mom. I don't think we need to use High Priestess here. Much rather save that for, you know, an extra 15-20% damage on one of the late game bosses if we can wait that long. If we live that long, it is a little bit more suspect on this run than it has been on many recent runs in the past. And get out of the way, just in case the poison finishes the job here. We're fine. Another HP upgrade and another Spirit Heart, which is nice to compensate for the one I lost walking in here, which was bullshit. So, Polaroid, High Priestess, Guppy's Paw, this is how we want to do it. Okay. Getting 2 HP upgrades there was pretty huge. What do we have in here? Not a golden chest, so that makes that decision easier. I'm not as powerful as I've been on many runs by this point in the game, so we're just gonna be smart about this and take it slow, be methodical, and see if we can't snag the almighty special room after this boss fight, which would go a long, long way, depending on what it has inside of it, towards improving my chances of success, improving morale, and making me just a generally more sunny person to be around. We do have a secret room that could have, you know, Ankh, raw liver, many, many useful items. There goes 1 Spirit Heart down the drain. Almost lost a second one. Just standing still. Got a little bit tongue-tied there. Finger-tied. Can we use an extra bomb and bomb our way into the boss room? Maybe, but I might rather just... Fuck. I was gonna say I might rather just save a bomb. Yeah. And what's better? Bob's Rotten Head or, you know, Guppy's Paw? It's very easy to say that maybe after we take Guppy's Paw, and it should be on this floor, after the boss fight, whether we get a deal with the devil or not. And you might be, you know, saying, take Bob's Rotten Head after that, because that'll be at least extra usefulness for you. But what if we get, you know, Eternal Hearts? What if we get more HP upgrades? Are you fucking kidding? You know what? That's what you get, Conquest. That might seem like a rash use of it, but seriously, I end up taking so much fucking damage to conquest bullshit attacks that I don't mind expediting the process. And it might end up being a mistake, but that's okay. We get White Pony. Oh, look at me. I'm an asshole. That's my impression of Conquest. Now we're going to go down to permanent Polaroid invincibility, but we're going to keep Guppy's Paw instead of Bob's Rotten Head, because let's face it, if we're hinging our hopes on Bob's Rotten Head, we got bigger problems. And what I was thinking is maybe we'll end up coming across some HP over the course of this. I really thought that was a boss trap room for a second. Now I see that it's just a curse room. It's a little bit less useful. Is it worth 1 spirit heart to go check out that curse room zone? I do think it is, just in case it has another Guppy item, or who knows, really, at this point. But keep Guppy's Paw so we can get more spirit hearts if HP drops. If we end up taking it down to the chest, then we can replace it for a better spacebar item than Bob's Rotten Head, hopefully. And we can just kill you the old-fashioned way. I will check this out. Yeah, okay. So now it's, what's better? Guppy's Paw or Guppy's Head? I still think Guppy's Paw gives us the best chance, to be honest with you. I know Guppy's Head is something we can use every single room, but flies every single room or a chance for like 3 to 6 more spirit hearts over the course of the run. I think that on average, Guppy's Head will probably be better, but we kind of need to shoot for the outliers, and you know, Guppy's Head is not going to win us any runs. So I think Guppy's Paw has the chance to win us a run, and please drop some HP here and vindicate me a little bit. Or, as long as it's good, I don't really care what you drop. You can drop a better spacebar item than Guppy's Paw. A spacebar item worth 3 to 6 spirit hearts, and I'd be okay with that. High Priestess again. Okay, so I am glad I used that on Conquest. We get the Moon. Moon is a free secret room. I don't think it's worth using on this floor, so I don't think it's worth using at all, I guess. More bombs is good. We don't have very many, and we are going up against Mom's Heart next, where it would be nice to have some. And just HP. Just HP things. Okay, Spirit Hearts and HP, even better. I can wait. I got plenty of money here, thanks to, well, all of the money that I've gotten. Skinny Odd Mushroom, also wonderful. Lowers our damage a little bit, but rate of fire is crazy. Will probably lead to a higher incidence of poison stacking. Or, I don't know if it stacks, but poison actually, you know, working. So I'm okay with that. It wasn't HP, but that's okay. And good to go. Alright, more money. Maybe we'll come across another judgment, and that will become extremely important. Probably not extremely important unless we came across like 4 more judgments, but anyway. Now that you are deceased. Pinky Eye is a great trinket. We can't really get the usefulness that we would need to out of it, though. For what, like the next 1 room? Or just for this room, basically? And I don't even know if Pinky Eye stacks with Common Cold. This is a scary situation. I really hope that Rainbow Baby pays out with a Gish shot at some point here. But Gertie Jr.'s been killed. Hey, we killed them all in like exactly the same time. All right. Mom's Heart should be easy. It often is. Poison? No, no poison. Poison? No poison. Poison? No, but a death? Okay, there we go. We actually did get a poison shot in like our last one there. All right, Mr. Mega, you know what to do. Get these shots going appropriately. We may end up using all of our bombs here, and that's going to put us in a really wild spot for this Isaac fight. Because we don't have very good defense. Our damage is not crazy, and we're just firing like out of control. We're firing so often. So I didn't want to use a bomb there because I thought maybe we don't have to use a bomb there because we had permanent Polaroid invincibility. One of them still lived here, unfortunately. It's okay. 3 bombs left. Good placement, I'd say. And we'll just shoot this one in just in case it was zombies, which it's not. 1 bomb left. Might as well commit, I suppose. And Chubb has actually come out, which is always frustrating. Just make sure you don't get hit by the bombs, and Mom will end up, in all likelihood, killing Chubb for us here. In all likelihood, killing Chubb for us here. Or any of the silkworms at all, really. And you're done. You're done. Okay. We got a Spirit Heart back, so that's fine. Up to the next floor, I suppose. I'm nervous about this Isaac fight. I think our best advantage is going to be the fact that we have permanent Polaroid invincibility. So yeah, well, this is a nice test for it here, isn't it? We get hit, we run in, we hit him around with the single cube of meat a little bit. Would have been nice to have gotten like a sacrificial dagger or something like that, but so be it. And, oh, that is damage I cannot afford to take. 2 hits on a room like this is not good for business. Do we check out the secret room, even though bombs might be extremely important on the Isaac fight? Yes! Now, we could be real fucking cute. Oh, that was really bad. And try to play this blood. Oh my god. Try to play this blood bank, knowing that if it works out for us, we can get 3 spirit hearts out of it. And we can probably get, like, how many plays can we get for 3 spirit hearts? Many. This is a very, very bad floor for me. I'm not doing what I should be doing. I'm going to go into the secret room, but I'm not actually going to bomb my way through it. I'd rather... Oh, okay. That Onk showing up makes me feel way, way better about this whole situation. So. Oh, and a tinted rock. Thank God I saved 1 bomb. And it paid out with basically nothing, but that's okay. I mean, the slot machine could pay out with spirit hearts. Could pay out with tarot cards. We're gonna be here forever. Okay, well, it's all worth it now. I really don't want to stand here for 100 years. Let's play it till we get down to 50 cents. I know that this might have our hopes and dreams hinging on it. That being said, you know, I got things to do with my life. I can't just sit here and gamble for the next 45 minutes. Now, that would have been awesome if it was a pretty fly. It wasn't. That's okay. 58 cents at this point. We're getting a surprisingly low amount of money back from this thing. Hey, there we go. So now we're a little bit more well defended against Isaac. And we got 5 more cents. That's a key, which is useless. And a pill, which is useless, but theoretically could have been good if we'd stayed entirely on red hearts, but we'd only have 2 of those, which means we'd probably be dead. Now, getting that Onk was a pretty huge pickup. Might give us a chance. No bombs out of all of this, which is crazy too, but anyway. Anything? Nothing. Alright, we might come back for you a little bit later, but thank you for your service nonetheless thus far. Bomb flies. That one, please explode. Okay, good enough. Now, just keep you at bay, and poison should do it. Okay, more bombs? We'll save those for now. Ah, very important room. Now, if Sloth would be kind enough to give us the greatest tarot card of all time. What would be the greatest tarot card for us right now? Hierophant. Because we're not on, you know, we're not bound by the standard red heart rules. The sun card is not very effective, especially since we have map and compass already. So it really is, it's a Hierophant world right now. A second card, this Deal with the Devil would be amazing too. 2 of Hearts, wow. Okay, fuck me. Here we go against the boss then. High Priestess comes down. Why are we investing High Priestess in this fight and not the Blue Baby fight? Because we get more items on the chest, so we have to... My main priority is just surviving until the chest. And I'm going to use both of my bombs here as well. Just cool it down a little bit. Why do that? Because I need to survive until the chest, and I think we're going to be able to do that. Now we just need to rely on good items on the chest, and hopefully a fairly close boss room, or a faraway boss room that has many golden chests with good shit in it leading up to it. Bad damage, but, you know, make the best of a bad situation here by doing some good with our cube of meat. We've only been hit once on this entire fight, but we've started with some advantages that we won't have later in the game. High Priestess card and those bombs, apparently. Bad damage, that's okay. We can absorb a lot of this bad damage. The less I absorb, the better it is for me, but we can at least make it through this fight. We're gonna beat Isaac here, there's no question about that. The only question is, how long will we be able to go without using this Onk? And will I get the items necessary on the next floor to make it possible to actually win on only 4 Spirit Hearts? We really need some superb payout. A single Guppy item would do it. 9 lives even. But obviously Guppy's tail would be a little bit more important. I'm in full-on, like, bullet hell dodge mode, and it's actually worked out very, very well over the 3rd phase until I got hit by a beam of light from heaven. What am I supposed to do about that, though? Can barely see those coming. He dropped 2 Spirit Hearts when he died. Extraordinarily generous. I don't know if I've ever seen a 2 Spirit Heart Isaac kill, but it's extremely nice either way. The bean. My best friend. Mom's knife. That does give us the chance. Not the guarantee, but a chance. And we end up taking the bean with us. It's gonna be interesting. The other thing worth noting here, oh, Northernlion, you took Mom's knife, you scumbag. Yeah, we also have, like, skinny odd mushrooms, so Mom's knife is not gonna be, like, the be-all, end-all of damage like you might assume that it always is. And, I really need one of these fucking monstros to die, right? Like, please, okay. Did take a Spirit Heart of damage there. That's okay. Lifesteal is meaningless for us. So the bean has been updated in the Steam version of the game to charge like Blue Candle, I believe. But in... Oh, that was stupid of me. But in Spider Mod, or at least in my version of Spider Mod, I haven't updated it since December. It hasn't been changed yet. So that's why the bean is not, you know, working like Blue Candle right now. That being said, it's it's one of the few changes that, you know, makes me want to go back to the vanilla version of Isaac. But I use Spider Mod. I get this question time and time again. Why do I use Spider Mod? It's more stable. You don't get that famed pink glitch that happened for like 200 episodes. So who do I want to kill last here? This is one of the very weird cases where we want to kill Wrath last out of everything. Because we desperately need more Mr. Mega Bombs. Now, at this point, I'm not really thinking that I'm going to be walking into that boss fight and winning on my first try. This is more like we're going to make it to the boss fight without using the Ankh. And then we're going to fight the boss for real using the Ankh. That's where I'm putting my eggs right now. If Spirit Hearts drop, I'm not going to pick them up. And who do we kill last here? We're not going to kill Sloth last, let's just be realistic, so we should kill Wrath last again. And that could give us a really big head start on this Blue Baby fight. So we want to kill Wrath last, which means Greed now. Yep, I had a strong suspicion that that might happen, but it's not that big of a deal. So we kill Wrath last, 3 bombs, 3 bombs. We found our second secret room. We actually got Mr. Boom. Okay, well that's worthless. If we're going to just go to the boss room anyway and then die, why don't we just take the moon card with us? Or why don't we just use the moon card? And the moon card should... well, it allowed me to get to the secret room where I'll fight Greed, which could give me a secret room item, I think. Could just give me money, of course. We'll see, though. Could give me like a slot machine card or something. Give me an extra bomb. It's worth it, honestly. We'll use a bomb to get out of here. No, we won't. We'll actually go through like 12 rooms to get out of here. Okay, now this is a little bit frightening, but this could also end up working out in my favor. Just don't get hit. Again, if more Spirit Hearts drop, great for me. But maybe we'll just find more golden chests, for example. This room scares the fuck out of me because we just went through it. Ruka, it's okay, buddy. I can say the F word. I'm an adult. Obviously, as a youth, you can't say it because it'll just corrupt you forever and ever afterwards. Because, you know... famous and, you know, smart people never swear. Alright, the bloat doesn't really scare me at this point. So, are we gonna go with the bean or are we gonna go with Mr. Boom? I have Mr. Mega, so I'm gonna go with Mr. Boom. Ruka? He's making some weird-ass noises there. Okay, we don't want to take My Best Friend, we don't want to take Blood Rights. We don't want to take that, we definitely want to take the Polaroid, we want to take Mr. Boom, and we're probably gonna die, right? So, I'm not going to use Mr. Boom, and I'm not going to use any bombs to start this. To give us our best possible chance, I'm going to, well, I didn't mean to get hit there. To give us our best possible chance, I'm just going to, I'm going to try on this fight. It's not going very well, as you may have noticed. But, I'm not going to use any of our available resources to make it easier. We still got roughly, like, halfway through without those amazing head starts. Mind you, we could get a bad draw next time and just take a bunch of damage while we're trying to make this stuff happen. Or we could just win right here. And if we get close, I might start throwing down some resources, but it is a high-risk strategy. That could be like the trap the game wants me to fall into. So I expected to die there. We want Mr. Boom. We have our bombs. Okay, so we just walk over. Mr. Boom. Take it very slowly here. That's bad damage, but now we walk over with Mom's knife. We did shoot a bomb away. That's not what we want to see. Another bomb went off. That's good. Stop. This fucking Blue Baby shooting so much. Okay, stop shooting. Stop shooting. Oh, that was scary. Another bomb comes in. We got 2 more of those bad boys. I've been hit twice already. That's actually not very good for us at all. So we basically snuck through one phase of the fight there. I'm probably still gonna lose. But I did give it the old college try, you have to admit. Did you see that homing shot? I'm very surprised we didn't get completely fucked by it, but just a little bit fucked by Blue Baby in general here. Be cool. Oh my god, I didn't one-shot the fucking angel fetus. That's very bad for me. I walked into that one. Oh well. Good run. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.